Alrighty, we're going to do another test for our DeepFace Live Arnold Schwarzenegger model. This time it's at 2.9 million iterations, and I've made some changes to how I'm training it. So I want to show you guys how it's coming along. I think it's getting pretty good. I just want to make sure audio is doing okay. For some reason, it always takes a minute for it to update on YouTube. Just want to make sure the audio is successfully coming through the speakers. Hold on. All right, sounds like we have audio. So, I've been training this model on and off for quite a while, and for those of you who are familiar with the training process to make a DeepFace Live or DeepFace Lab model in general, usually once you enable GAN, you don't shut it off. But what I did was around 2 million iterations, I deleted the GAN files and set it back to default training settings and let it go again for a while because I didn't really like the way it was going or the way it was coming out, and thus. That way it could start learning new things again by getting back to random warp and turning learning rate dropout off. So it's been running again for the 900,000 iterations. A few 100,000 of those I did at default, and then I went through learning rate drop off again, and I went back to enabling GAN again. And GAN isn't 100% done yet, but it's getting pretty close. I think another day or two and it'll be perfect. And maybe I should just wait to do this, but whatever. It's getting pretty good. So I'll go ahead and again we'll just do Jim Carrey so we can have a comparison to one of the pre-done models, and I'll do that one. So you can see Jim looks pretty good, of course. The teeth are pretty good. Jim really can't wink either, which is one thing. I'm trying to fix that on mine. I found some footage of Arnold on Google image search where he's winking, and so I've added those in to my image library, source library. That should hopefully allow it to do that. Let me see something real quick. I want to add something to the stream if I can. Sorry. What the heck is this? Okay, and I want this to be, I think that shows, well, I don't know what it's doing. Oh, I don't know where I put that. What I was trying to do is show you guys like my image library, but basically what I did was I made an image library of myself training against. Instead of the RTM face set, which I was doing for a while, I changed that and made a library of my own face, and I used some with like blue light and some with red light and some in the dark and then some with normal room lighting, so it could hopefully pick up different lighting scenarios and be successful in most of those scenarios. So we'll go from Jim and we'll switch over to my newly trained model. Should take it a second. And you can see it's pretty good. Like, I don't want to say it's perfect, but even the side profiles are pretty good. Ah. You think this is the real Quaid? It is. So Arnold looking pretty good. Even like I say, the colors blending pretty well. The forehead's blended pretty well. That just took a little bit of screwing around with this. One thing I figured out that was causing it to not look quite right was light comes off of your monitor, and so the background of my monitor was bluish, had like the picture of like my 12900K on it, and just enough blue light was coming from that it was making a difference in the way the mask looked, because I'm sitting in front of the monitor and the light was affecting how it was coming out. So that makes a difference amazingly. Like, I've got the monitor on my secondary PC right now. Let's shut that off, and you can see that already made a difference. Like, there's a little bit of light like on this side where you could see the blue, and now it's gone. And now I look even better. See, before I was only so, but now I've become pretty much Arnold. Now if I take and turn on some different lights, we can see that it'll have an impact on it, sometimes not so good. And I don't have like Arnold doing every facial expression in every lighting condition, so it doesn't always work that well depending on that. But like, so it's still okay. Like, my eyes are starting to look a little warped, or his eyes, whatever. This is like a little lamp I've got on my desk that I'm pointing kind of at my face, and you can see get a little janky at certain light tones there. So, oh no, my face is no good again. You don't really want that. Looks kind of interesting, but not good. It doesn't look like Arnold that much anymore. It looks kind of freaking sickly. So, but if I do that, then it's like, it's all right. Now, if I shut the light off here, I'll shut that lamp off, which you can see now I've kind of returned to normal. And if I was gaming or doing like a live stream or something as Arnold, this would probably be the light, scenario that I would use. Or maybe something to do with the lamp, like have the big light off and turn the lamp on. So let's play some different lighting scenarios here. Oh, sorry, I've got my microphone getting caught on my chair. 1 second here. I'm gonna shut off the big light. So now all we have for lighting is what's coming off of the monitor. And because I've trained it for about a day and a half at 20 batch, it's still, it doesn't look great. It doesn't look as good, but now see, I don't have source material of Arnold. Now that's horrific. Doing anything other than basically looking at the camera and talking in this lighting condition. So it looks okay. Kind of starting to look not like Arnold again. Well, I don't know. It looks okay, but it's not good. It's adequate if you had to deal with it. So we've got that. Oh, what happened? Ew. Apparently I got out of focus and now it can't find me or something. Okay. Like if I'm not pretty close to the camera, it starts to lose me. This is that Logitech Brio camera where, if I had a better camera, that'd be another story too. Like if I had a mirrorless camera that had good, ability to see in the dark, that's something I'd like to get and then run it through my capture card to do this with it and see, how much of a difference it would make. But spending $1,000 for that pursuit, I'd like to get one of those cameras eventually anyway, but not yet necessarily. So let's just do like the lamp light. It is not horrible. I've returned to an acceptable state, Oh no. And actually, this isn't so bad. Yeah, it's okay. So far still, the ceiling light seems to be the most ideal, like the regular tone of room light. Like the light bulb has one of those, like fluorescent bulbs in the ceiling. Well, I think they're all the same kind of bulbs, but it looks, maybe the glass that are up there, it has more of an orange tone to it coming from those. So now this will be different here. Let me find these pictures real quick. I've just been using like pictures in the PC to cast like blue or red light on myself. So let me pull that up and see how it looks. Hold on. So now I have some blue lighting on myself. It's not perfect, you see. Let me shut off the lamp again. Now it's mostly blue light. And you can kind of see I've trained it enough with blue source images of myself that it was able to kind of stick with it. And then conversely, if I shut that back off and I go to red, which I picked up a red image for the same purpose. Oh, hold on, sorry. I'm trying to shuffle windows around here. All right, and now it's red, and that isn't as good. So it's kind of fluctuating, not so great there. It's only so again. It's not perfect, but I've tried very hard for you. It's having a problem again. All right, so let's see. There it goes. Like it starts losing focus, and you can see there's still a bit of a red tint to my face right now. That if I get rid of that image, now I'm back to more or less standard. Again, still looks best with the room light on, but not horrible. Let me see real quick if there's anybody in the live stream. Hold on a second. And this will cast different lighting on me again. And you can see every time the lighting changes, it slightly alters what images it's using. Do it now. That's right. Sefrag. I'm not pronouncing that wrong. I'm sorry. Do it now. Kill me. I'm here. There's a guy in my live stream. It's amazing. How many times do people come in here? Not very often, I see. But the teeth look pretty decent. GAN needs to run like another day or two, probably. Like I said, I'm at 2.9 million iterations, maybe 3.1, 3.2 or something, and we'll be at the point where it's probably not going to get much more improvement without more imagery, or just maybe this will be about as good as I can get it. It's your brother. Oh, that's right. Okay, that's sort of an unusual username. It is my brother-in-law. He is here to watch me make an ass of myself on the internet. And I'm doing a very fine job of it. Thank you. So, anyways, another short little video here to show you guys how the progress is coming along. I guess if anybody has questions, per usual, ask them in the comment section below about how I'm accomplishing this. But basically, like I said, I trained it with the RTM face set from the GitHub repository, which is that 63,000 image set from the developer, Iparov. And after I trained that for quite some time, I created my own face set instead, using just my phone camera or the Logitech Brio camera. Made a set of about 5,000 images of myself. Again, some standard lighting, some red light, some blue light, and some dim light scenarios. And then trained against that face set for like the last couple days. So about 300,000 iterations at batch 20. And this is the result so far. I think training it against yourself makes more sense to some degree. It depends on if you ever plan to let anybody else use the model. So if you're just going to train it for your own purposes and your own use, why does it need to show anybody else but you? And you can make all your own facial expressions. I can, I can do crazy shit and give it everything it needs to train against and all the lighting conditions it needs to train against. If I'm only ever going to sit in a room with a lamp on in the current lighting situation, I didn't even really need the red or blue light. I was just making sure it would work and screwing with it. But really, this would be the only lighting that I would need. Pretty straightforward. You wouldn't need a bunch of 63,000 images. The RTM face set takes forever for it to learn. A couple thousand images of your own, it can learn in like a day or two pretty successfully. GAN again will take like 2 or 3, 4 more days, something like that. But just like in a week, you could probably have a week or two. You could have a pretty good DF Live model just using a face set you made of yourself, probably. So that's what I did. That's where I'm at with it. I think it looks a lot better than it did the last time I had one of these going. I think you guys can probably agree with that. If you remember, around the 1.6 or 2 million iteration point was nowhere near this good, and a lot of it looked really weird and kind of orangey, and it kept using like certain images from Terminator 2 that didn't look good in certain lighting situations, and now it looks like it's adapted pretty well. It's blended with my face pretty good. Like the forehead is pretty seamless, so pretty happy with it. But I'll train it a bit longer, like I say, and we'll do like a final test, and then I'll try to do some actual gaming while live streaming as Arnold. That will be fun. That will be very amusing for everybody. Or you can laugh at me as I make an ass of myself and die repeatedly in the games. So, appreciate you guys watching. Talk to you guys again here in the near future. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. And I will be cranking out just as many deepfakes. Oh, we got somebody else in the chat. Hey, Creation K, how's it going? Yes, he's come late, but he's not too late to make a comment. Thank you for joining the channel. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's just going to take a little time to improve Arnold just a little bit more, because right now I look like a potato head in this lighting scenario. But if I turn the light back on, it'd be better. Hold on. This lamp. Okay. Yeah, now he looks more like Arnold. It really does make a big difference as soon as I do that. Thanks for coming in and saying hello. I have blue light on my head again because of the other monitor. See, it's sitting too close. It's all bullshit. Okay, what is it, dude? What do you want? Oh, shit. I knocked over my mic. Sorry. Yes, what do you want now? Come on. Bumbling band of baboons. Why you try to give me a tongue twister? It's not working. Idiot. You think this is the real Quaid? It is. All right. I'll see you guys again next time. Later.